The plot of Doctor Strange 3 has been revealed, along with the name of its director. However, things appear to be a bit too straightforward, whereas I was expecting some complexity. The last time we saw Doctor Strange, he had a third eye and was accompanied by a new woman, setting off to uncover the secrets of the Incursion. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was already a very different story in itself, but it laid many problems in front of Doctor Strange related to the multiverse, the Darkhold, triggering the Incursion, and dreamwalking. While Doctor Strange managed to resolve the issues with the Darkhold and dreamwalking, the Incursion remains unsolved, and Doctor Strange 3 is all about this. This week, Production Weekly publication listed Doctor Strange 3, revealing plenty of details about the movie. I'd like to quickly give you a spoiler warning. But before we dive into those details, let's take a moment to assess how reliable this source is. Production Weekly is a fairly prestigious and reliable publication that keeps track of all Hollywood TV series and movies in development so that people can get jobs on these projects, whether it's for casting, crew, or even writing. This is a very early stage of development, though the details presented here may change as production moves forward, whether we're talking about casting or even the director. Now, let's get into the details. The name of the director mentioned for Doctor Strange 3 is Sam Raimi. The cast list includes Benedict Cumberbatch and Charlize Theron, who were last seen at the end of Multiverse of Madness, setting out to deal with the Incursion. Interestingly, the name Denzel Washington has been mentioned for the role of Dormammu, which is quite a big deal. The plot reveals that Doctor Strange will be summoned by a multiversal organization called Black Priests, of which Charlize Theron's Clea is a member. The Black Priests' headquarters are located in the space of a ruined universe that exists between two dead universes, both of which were destroyed due to incursions. Clea is an active member of this organization. The plot further reveals that the multiverse is deteriorating due to multiple incursions happening across it. One of the most recent incursions was triggered by none other than Doctor Strange himself. This movie will deeply explore the concept of incursions, where Doctor Strange, who was previously viewed as a threat, will now be responsible for stabilizing the multiverse. First of all, I have to say that a lot has been revealed about Doctor Strange 3. For many comic book readers like myself, the moment the name Black Priest was mentioned, much became clear. This perfectly ties in with the ending of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where Clea told Doctor Strange that he had triggered an incursion and that he must help her fix it. Furthermore, exploring the concept of incursions deeply before Avengers Secret Wars arrives is a perfect move. Comic book readers will already be somewhat familiar with the story. The Black Priests and Doctor Strange storyline first appeared in the Time Runs Out storyline that came before 2015 Secret Wars. In that story, not only do the Black Priests appear, but the multiversal Avengers, the Black Swans, and Doctor Doom also have their own arcs. I believe that several movies, including Doctor Strange 3, will contribute to bringing the Time Runs Out storyline to the big screen before Avengers Secret Wars arrives. The Black Priests are an organization dedicated to saving the multiverse, which is threatened by incursions. In an incursion, two universes collide, with Earth being the primary collision point. I have already mentioned before that the only way to stop an incursion is by destroying one of the two Earths before they collide. The Black Priests save the multiverse by destroying the Earths that are about to collide with another. Their sole goal is to stabilize the multiverse at any cost. From the plot details, it seems like Doctor Strange will play some role in stabilizing the multiverse. Now, you might be wondering how Doctor Strange is connected to the Black Priests. In New Avengers Volume 3, to save Earth 616, Doctor Strange uses dark magic to destroy the greatest heroes of another Earth, known as the Great Society. This action terrifies Iron Man, who knocks Doctor Strange unconscious afterward. Following this, the Illuminati doesn't know what to do, and as soon as one incursion ends, another begins. Doctor Strange then leaves Earth 616 and joins the Black Priests. The Black Priests are extremely powerful beings who use their language to distort reality. Each member speaks a word, and reality warps based on the sequence in which the words are spoken. Doctor Strange not only learns their ways, but eventually becomes their leader, gaining the title Eye of Eyes. I also want to talk about the Black Swans. Just as the Black Priests are a group focused on stopping incursions, the Black Swans are an all-female group who worship Reba Malel, a being they believe wants to destroy the multiverse. The Black Swans live in the Library of Worlds, created by the Beyonders. Doctor Strange's group, the Black Priests, attacks them, and this is when Doctor Strange learns that Reba Malel is actually Doctor Doom, who has been manipulating the Black Swans with the help of time travel to save the multiverse. You can see how all the information ties back to Doctor Doom, which makes sense. I'll give you a small hint. Before Secret Wars, the scale of time runs out is massive, involving multiple teams trying to handle incursions in their own ways. Out of all these groups, Doctor Doom is the only person with access to the Molecule Man, who has the capability to change reality. The Multiversal Avengers, along with Thor and Hyperion, are trying to understand the incursions. The Black Swans are worshipping Doctor Doom and killing different variants of Molecule Man across various universes. The Black Priests are working to save the multiverse, and the Illuminati has more or less accepted that nothing can be saved. Then there's also the Cabal, because no story is complete without villains. And this is just a simplified explanation of the different groups and their motives. The actual scale of time runs out is huge, spanning almost multiple years of storyline. This is what gives Secret Wars its true value. In my opinion, Doctor Strange 3 and several other projects in Phase 6, including Avengers Doomsday, will work together to bring us the time runs out storyline. Phase 5 is ending with Thunderbolts, and we haven't even seen a trace of Doctor Doom yet. Focusing on the Black Priests and incursions in Doctor Strange 3 is great news, because one of my only complaints about Phase 3 was that many projects didn't directly lead up to Infinity War, which forced the director to manage multiple teams' movements in just one movie. However, it's clear here that Doctor Strange 3 is directly linked to Avengers Doomsday. If 2 or 3 projects can already start building the environment for Doomsday, not only will Doomsday be awesome, but Secret Wars will be even more epic. Now let's talk about Denzel Washington as Dormammu. We noticed at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that the Dimension Clea opened for Doctor Strange looked similar to the one we saw in the first Doctor Strange movie, where he fought Dormammu. If Dormammu does return, the situation will be very different for both characters, as Doctor Strange no longer has the Time Stone to trap Dormammu in a time loop. However, Doctor Strange now has knowledge of the Darkhold, so in some ways, the situation is more dangerous for Dormammu. But the most interesting thing is Denzel Washington playing Dormammu. Will we finally see Dormammu's physical form? Last time his form was different, and he was voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. So, maybe this time a different take will be given to the character. There's also talk of Sam Raimi returning to direct this movie, which is good news because Raimi's direction managed to handle Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness to some extent. Plus, having the same director handle a sequel is always better, in my opinion. This info from Production Weekly is turning out to be a lot of fun for us. But what do you think about it? Please let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and share it, and subscribe to our channel for more contents. To know Spider-Man 4 update, watch the video above. And for top 10 upcoming Marvel movies update, watch the one below. I'll be back with a new video soon.